Okay, so we're live, yay. All right, turn this timer on. Start, slide back out. All right, so I'm going to start here by just simply saying that back on the 2nd of March 2022, okay, this man gave me money in advance. All right, you understand money in advance? If you don't understand that receipt, let me show you what money in advance looks like, okay? This is money in advance, all right? Now, I'm going to zoom in with the YouTube camera here. Let me get this out of the way. Just put it over there somewhere. Okay, fine. So now, let me zoom into the screen. All right? I know it's cattywampus, but oh well. Alright, so that's pretty close. All right, so now, what I have here is I sent him this back in 2018. Actually, 11/2018, I sent him this, which is a Panasonic RX-5000 and a Panasonic RX-5100, okay? But that's not what I have here today. Today I have a national. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that I made a video way back when of those four. Afterwards, I sold him that in 2018. In March again of 2020, I sold him these four RX-5100. So there's a Japanese model, a American model, and then the Panasonic RX-5100F. F is in French model, all right? So there's that model. And then the other day, now let's see, so I'm going to get out of there. And this is the one picture, so kill that picture, right? Kill that. Then I'm going to go to here these pictures. I've had these models since the year 2008. That's roughly, I guess, July 2008. And so I just want to run through these kind of quickly. Notice the date on the picture, right, for the YouTube people. All right, so there's that. There's another picture. And then there's a, I can't remember what that is. Let me turn this down a bit. Maybe you can't hear me. Well, that's good for background, whatever. All right, so there's, yeah, that's the 6400. I still have that. So here's the, I think the F model. Yeah, it's got the F model. Then here's whatever that is. And then here's another old picture. And those four, and there's those, just showing the headline in. And here's a Panasonic model. All right, so this is back in April of 2018. I took these pictures. This is what I do when I take these apart. Okay. I take a picture, I unplug something, I take a picture. That way I know what goes where. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and explain. There's too many pictures here. There's the old belt. It's what I use to clean with, and the speakers, and different speakers. And I'm going to go back to that. He was asking me about seeing if you can put a different size speaker in there, and it's really kind of hard to do because you'd have to break off all these pylons and drill different holes, and really no room to put it. And notice this hole right here. That's where the old tweeter would go if it had a tweeter. This doesn't have a tweeter, but that's in the Panasonic model. All right, here's a 5080 next to the 5100. All right, okay, so. And then this is a 5110, which I no longer have. And anyway, there's a picture of that. It's a 5100 again. It's the old one. There's a 5100 and all that outside. And just more pictures. The F model, and then there's those again. How'd that get in there? Who knows? Here we are. There they are outside. All four of those again. Okay, let's see it. Let's look. That's a national right there. That's a national. Then we have a national Panasonic. That's the one I'd like to get again. That's really hard to find. Anyway, and then we have a Panasonic, and then we have another Panasonic. So the Panasonics are the USA, European, or American models. The national is the Japanese model, and then this is National Panasonic. That's just, he has that right there, and it works really well for him, and he really likes it. And he wants me to find him another one, so I'm looking. That's all I can say. And then, just more pictures. This is how I took it apart. And again, take pictures as you go, and I don't want to bore you to death because I want to try and do it differently here. I'm going to try and shoot a live video of taking this thing apart and servicing it, right? So, is that enough pictures for you of the 5100 series? Yeah, they got backs to them. What is this? This is something else. This is a Quasar GX3661. That's what I'm showing here, is that the battery cover fits the same thing. That's a 5100. Wait. That's a 5100. And that's a 3661. So the battery cover fits the same thing. Right? That's what we were doing here. So, yeah, there we go. So that works. And then, anyway, you tired of seeing enough pictures of this? Yeah, there we go. So just stop there. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to wide out the camera. Okay? Wide that out. Alright? And I'm going to tilt this down. Alright. Okay, so now we have been playing or listening to a National RX-5100. Alright? Via the CD player. Alright, so here's the CD player, and we can bump it. Bump it again. So it really is playing on that CD. Okay, but now I have I flip it over to radio, which is this top. There's the radio. It comes in stereo. The antenna is not lifted out.
And that franchise were one of the most popular reality shows on television.
Let's play it on tape. There's the famous whatever noise that is, right? So this, and I don't. Anyway, just it's working, okay, but. So the tape is. Oh, it's at the ends. No wonder. Here. Wait. That's the beginning, so put it in here. Right. Yeah, that's cantankerous, so it won't work. Not going to work. So there's some music. Try to eliminate that noise by servicing. It's not in a live video here, so I'm going to try and get to it right now. So there it is working. It's not working very well. So that sounds good, but that channel doesn't sound good. So, alright, so let's stop playing with this here. Get my tape out of here, right? Get this out. Turn that, power that off. Take these out, okay? I don't need to take pictures of this because I've already seen it a bunch of times. I have enough pictures of it, right? So get the tape out, great. So now the door is cattywampus on this. It will close with the tape in there, but let's see. I want to move this camera down some more to me. There we go. Okay, so, without further ado, well, we did have batteries in here. How about that? We'll just take those out, right? Alright, so, here's, so, yes, it takes 8D batteries. Okay, that's Ultra, for the Spanish speaking. Okay, so now, now we want to simply open the unit up, right? So there's a screw on top, screw on top, screw here, screw there, screw there, and screw here, screw there, and screw here. Okay, so 6 screws, right? So where'd my, here it is. Okay, so let's get out. There you go. Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, so now reach over here to one of these. And there's 1, 2. It's a magnet on the end of a telescoping thing, okay? So then there's that one. And there's this one. And then we got that one. And then we got this one. So that should be all the screws out. Okay, we'll put the screws right here along with the battery cover. Okay. So now, yeah, as you know, on most tape decks, you gotta open the cassette deck door, which is this one here, because the door sometimes will catch with the front. And this one here, the front comes off with the speakers, all right? So, and since I've already taken a bunch of these apart, I already know that you just simply bring the whole thing around. Oh, this has got the additional ground wire. Okay. I can't remember if that's soldered on or pushed on. Well, let me see if I can show you here. So, okay. So, this has your indicator light thing, which is going to be, well, here. Let's just, we have a red timer handy. There it is. Let's just go ahead and take a picture, just because some of these radios might be different. All right, so at least have this much of a record of it. Right, so. All right, great. Okay, and then, so the red wire goes here. Okay, so let's just get a picture of that. Let's get a flash for that matter. Charging flash. Okay. There we go. Very nice. All right, so now we got that one off. Okay. And then what's next? We have the ground wire. It goes up in there, so we'll just like that. Got a nice picture of it inside there, so we just pull this off, which goes right there. Great. Okay, and then we have what? Okay, I think this is the microphone wires right here, which go up here. Okay, so we need to get a pick, because that's held in place by a little clamp. So let's get a pick. I'll pick the wrong one. I want the straight one. There we go. Kind of straight one. There we go. So now, let's go back to, bring yourself a headlight so we can see in here real quick. So there we go. So now we want to hit this up right here, pull this off with that. Come on. There we go. And then this one is way up here. Okay. I think this is the speakers. I can't remember. Let's see here. No, well anyway, it doesn't matter. Just, we need to take that one off. So, that's always a fun one to get to. There we go, it's off of there. And then I got this one down here, so it comes off of down there. And then we can remove the speakers. Okay, so put the speakers, we don't need speakers over here, so great. So, okay, so now we want to do what? Okay, we want to take this off, right? So this is held in place by little clips, which are right here. So you want to carefully push this down, right? we do this before? We use the flat tip screwdriver, right? Okay, so use this one here. Okay, so carefully push this down without breaking it. There we go, that's one. And then we prayerfully push this one down. Carefully push this down. Come on. Come on now. There we go, got that. Then we come up here to the, we can lift that up. So we got that lifted. Then we come up here to the underside. And we push on that one, great. And then we push on this one here. Now get this. Let's see, maybe we get it from the back. Yep, there we go. Be careful of this here because it's sitting on a track. Okay, because you don't want to discombobulate that. Alright, so there. Now, that's off of there. That's nice and straight. Okay, so there it is, like that. Just get this out of the way. Don't need that. The next thing we need to do is get to taking, okay, so let's take the tuning knob off. Right. Now I like using a fork. I've got a fork here for removing these knob covers. Okay, so we need to remove the knob covers. So I like putting these in here and just lifting up. There we go. So that's this one, and then this one, and then that one, and then this one. And then up here we've got these. So come on. Well, yep. Oh, it's being. Try one of these. How about? Oh, come on now. There we go. It's on there tightly. So you want to pick this up evenly. That's like using a fork because you don't want to pull too much on one side or the other. That's why I'm working this. It's on there tight. There we go. You don't want to break these little things because then you're. All right. And then this one here for that. Great. So got all those off. So now, I can't remember, you have to look at this really carefully. We start here with the plastic for the tuner, right? So we need to remove the tuner. Okay, so in the tuner here this is the main tuner board right here. It's coming out first so we can get the tape deck. Because the tuner goes across the tape deck, as you can see. You just can't unscrew the tape deck and take that out. So we first need to discombobulate the radio. It's pretty simple because there's just an antenna wire here, which is this one here on top, all right, and it says labeled ANT, so you know which one that is. So I'll pull that off, right, and the other browning tab went here, which went to the front speaker. So this goes for the radio. So you just unplug this, right? Unplug that. There we go. There's the radio off. Okay. Now we're going to go and get to. Okay, so now we have to. Okay, this one screw is held in place by the case, and here's another screw holding that in place. Right? So again, we can go back to this here. Okay, so just save on me. There we go. Up. I like using a magnet thing because sometimes you unscrew it with a screwdriver or a power drill and it falls off, but these are just so nice to have that to pick it out of there with. And also put it back in, just put it on this magnet tip and hold it in place and get the screw out. Right, so there we go. Are you seeing all that? Yeah, you're seeing that. Okay, great. I don't know if the other camera's seeing it. So now, let's see here. Let me just take a look at the YouTube or the Facebook camera. See if it's actually seeing me in the lap. It probably might be. Now, let me pull it down some. Maybe no one's watching. Who knows? Yeah, let me pull this down some. Yeah, okay. Well, there went the monitor. So, okay. All right. So you weren't seeing all that, but here, okay. So YouTube is seeing that. Okay, so now we remove those two there. That's loose. All right. So now we need to discombobulate the tuner. Okay, the tuner has, let's see, I can't remember. Okay, there's one more down here deep that holds the tuner in place. So we're going to have to get a screwdriver here, down here next to the string, and carefully get this one out. Okay, so get that out. That's undone, I think. Magnet. There it goes. And that's, well, that one could be a little bit shorter, a fraction shorter. We'll put that inside the tuning knob thing just to try to remember that that one goes there. All right, so now we've got the ones in the circuit board. Right? Okay, so now that one. All right, so we have one for the tuner board. All right, so here's a screw for the tuner board. Okay. Magnet. There we go. Tuner board. Another one here for the tuner board. Okay, so that. Again, pick up. Come on. Here we go. You can put that there. So now we should be able to. Okay, so I'm missing one. I missed one. Missed the screw. There it is. Right, smack dab in the center. Okay. So here we go. So you get this one out of the tuner. Okay. Again, the magnet. There we go. Back this. All right. So great. So now we can pull it out. Right. There's that. Carefully get the. Okay. Now, oh, that's right. Okay, so we have a wire going across. About to lose the antenna. A wire going across underneath the tuner. That goes to this plug here. And I'm going to use a pair of needle nose pliers to get that out there, because I don't feel comfortable sticking my fingers in there to try and grab that. So I'm going to carefully move the wires out of the way, and there we go, got that off. So there's that. All right, and then we have the LED tuning light, which is the red LED, and that's this plug here. Okay, so I'm going to use the same thing and pull that off. Okay, great. Now we can remove the whole tuner thing. Being mindful of the getting it out of here. So, there we go. There's the whole tuner, completely out, without messing with the string. There's the string. Wait, you see that? There's the string. There's the whole tuner. Don't have to mess with that anymore. Well, we have to come back to it and clean out. You know, we have to come out here and clean, you know, those parts there. All right. But that's how that's done. Now, to get to the rest of this here, which is the recording bar switch, which is right here, same as it is in the 5100 or 5110, I should say. You have to remove the tape deck. Right? So to remove the tape deck is normally 4 screws, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So you just look here, see the pylon. Here's the pylon. Here's the magnetic pull off for the thing. Make sure which screw it is. Right? Actually, that doesn't even have a screw there. Okay, so where's the pylon for hold the tape on the lower side in place? I don't see one. Well, okay. So here's the one for the upper deck, and lower deck by the motor. Looks like it's only 3 screws holding the tape deck in place. So again, to save on me, I'm going to use my handy dandy screwdriver. There we go. That's 1 screw. And I was able to reach that with the fingers, so I didn't need to use a magnet. Here, no. Up, can't do it. Okay. Give me the magnet. Oh, come on. Give me the magnet. There we go. There's that screw. Okay. And then this one here. Okay. now, should be able to lift out the tape deck. We didn't discombobulate any wires, so we have the wires going to this circuit board down here, and we could remove the circuit board, which is held in place by 4 screws, or we can just unplug this one plug. Let's just unplug the one plug. There we go. So we got that, and then we have the wires. Let's see. The wires for the motor are this brown wire here. Does it have a plug on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, it's actually wired on the board, but we don't really need to remove that. We just want to be able to flip over the tape deck. So we're going to flip over the tape deck. I'm going to put it here, and we've already, the belt on here is pretty good. It's working really well. So we already know the tape deck works. We don't need to mess with it. What we do want to do is we want to massage this switch right here, which is the recording bar switch, which is when this doesn't record enough, and it moves by this tab right here. Okay, so we want to lube that up. All right, so what I'm going to do to give me access to it is simply remove this this hinge, or this, whatever you want to call this. Right, remove this. Okay. And just pick this straight up and out. It's a long screw. Just put that together like that. Great. So now I can gain access to the recording bar switch, which is the famous thing I always tell everybody about. I got some of this stuff, and I got, computer error, right? Computer error. And I could use the Oxy Gold, the fader stuff, which I've been using because I can't find the gold number 5, but I like this because I got more of this, and so this does the same thing. But so I'm just going to spray this in here like this. And I'm just going to tap the hell out of it like that. And I can, hundreds of recordings. Right? That's how we're cleaning the recording bar switches. That's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a little air to it. Just don't know if I sprayed anything out, but we're going to put some more stuff in. Right, so some more stuff in. You see it coming out the other end? Not yet, really. But maybe it already did. I really can't tell. See it. Yeah, I did. Okay. So now you want to get your thing underneath this thing and spray it down the channels. Okay, so that like that. And I've only done a little bit in this twice, but more like that. And like this, like that. And then so how much of this stuff have I sprayed in here? Like 4 times now, and just going to town doing this. Okay. Remember, we only had dirty sound in one channel. We didn't have it in both. Well, we had it in both, but we had it more in the one channel than the other. Okay, so this is simulating, recording, and it's supposed to, snap back. Some of these will be sluggish. This one's rather snappy to begin with, at the beginning and right now and all that. I'm going to change this up, and I'm going to add some of this stuff to it, because this is somewhat better than that. It's also more expensive. This is $20 for this can. That was like $8 for that can, but it's very hard to find. So thankfully, I have one more can of it brand new. Right, so there we go. Like that. shot, I guess. Let's call it a final shot. Okay. And then just work that through and then be done with that right there for now, for the time being. Okay, so now I'm going to look at my tape deck. And the tape deck is, for the most part, in good condition. I guess I want to just put this thing back because I'm trying to do this in a short video, so I will look at that. That's not in the way. I'll put this back on here. Okay, so that's back in place. Back, and then that's here. So now, what else can we do? Oh yeah, that's somehow I got some stuff. Don't know what, but okay. So and as I've already played the cassette deck and it already plays, and there's really no lubricating needed or that you can do to this. This already has a okay. Oh, that's the other thing. All right, yeah. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. I need a pencil eraser. Where are my pencil erasers? Okay. Well, if you don't have a pencil eraser handy, get yourself a little piece of emery cloth. Fine. Okay, and find this corner of the tape deck. Right. Okay. This corner. This is a massive thing, but okay. Here is a there's a tab. Right. So I'll just scratch this corner up because under this corner is where the ground goes for one of these things. And so there's a through that goes through here, and then here is one of these metal tab things. And so I just want to can't. I don't know how much oxide or how much it needs, but just I want it to be clean. And that's what I talk about to people when they have a humming sound or whatever. And so clean, the grounds. That's the ground right there. And then this sits on this thing here, this is tarnished. I can see that, and it goes down to the circuit board, and it's kind of held in place by a rather curious clip thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to scratch up this side, scratch this side of it, make it nice and shiny. Okay, so nice and clean, so it gets a nice electrical contact to drive away any grounds it might, or any kind of whatever is there that gives you that famous noise. Right, so that's scratched up really well. What else is there? Okay. Battery terminals are really messed up. We'll get back to that in a moment. I don't know if it worked on batteries. Maybe it didn't work on batteries. Who knows? Okay, so make sure your wires are not in the way of the mechanism as you put it back down in here. Okay, so make sure they're all connected and not falling off, and so on and so forth. Okay, so and then alright, so that just fits up over there. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there, this goes on here. Okay, now this little tab thing here went underneath. Well, we can put it on top now. Okay, so this one had the screw. Okay, there we go. So we cleaned that side. Let's clean this side. Okay, so we'll put this. I have to look up to get a corner on this tab. So here. Go. So that's nice and shiny. Okay. So the underside is shiny, the top side is shiny. That's in place. The wires aren't totally in any way, right? Okay, so that. There's one of these 3 screws. So this, that. Now go back to your magnet. Here's your magnet thing, right? So get the magnet. See that like this. This through here for the motor round, I think. And then, come on now. Line that up. Come on. Here you go. Come on. All right. Give me a smaller screwdriver. Okay, this is smaller. Okay, great. Yay. Snug that up. Great. So now, let's what? Another screw. Okay, so where'd the other screw go? It went up here on the top. Right, so that won't magnetize. So give me this here, down there, this down there. Okay, we have to do this the difficult way. Magnet to hold it in place, and the screwdriver to screw it back down in with. Snug that up. One more screw, right? One more magnet. Okay. Come on, behave. Go. Yay. So that's in snugged in. Okay, great. So now, let's see here. Alright. Did that. So now, let's see here. Okay, this went to the radio, right? We really don't need the well, we do need the radio. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this. Alright, so run this up, run that up. First, I want to blow out any dirt, dust that's in here, so. Down, and then. Okay. And this is your, what, AM, FM switch, whatever. And, hard to see where the switch might be, but okay, well, can't get in there. Okay, well, normally you see some part of something moving, but oh, there it is on the bottom. Okay, so all right, so let's see if we can get this to just spray in right here. Some of this down here, this work. That will do. Okay. Now, spray some of this up in here. Okay, so. Come on. Yeah, there it goes. This. Bit more. Put these in the middle, roughly in the middle, and spray either end of it. And then I'm going to start at this end here and just go tab of that, tab of that, tab of that. hopefully these are clean by now. Okay, so now, alright, so we're just going to drop this us here. Let's look at the antenna connection. The antenna pushes on what? I'm sorry, no, the antenna uses its own wire. Okay, so that. See, give me a toothbrush. Alright, serious toothbrush. Okay. Let's clean that up a bit. Just cleaning up the things there. And and then while we're else in here, these here, okay, these are a little bit more difficult to lubricate, and that's another slider. Okay, so this slider here, which probably won't get much use, we'll go ahead and, since we have the cover off, just spray some of this down right down in that thing. No, I didn't clean it at all, but so this is fine. It's got some in there now. Okay, so what else is there? That's about it, right? So let's put the tuner back in. Okay, put the tuner back in and get this up out of the way. Okay, so there we go. So that's up there. Okay, so now this has got to go. Oh, came out. There we go. Those to come. Let's see here. Push them down a bit so get a little more up in the. Yeah, there we go. So, I don't know why. Got to go through the holes. Come on. Let's take it out again. So now why? Okay, what's going on here? Alright, so just won't. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, wait. Come on down there. How about? So just come on. There we go. Yay. Now we got it in place. Alright, so that goes there. This goes in a little 3-pin. Well, first let's get this snug as a bug in a rut, right? So that's there, that's lined up, that's lined up. Okay. Put this on antenna, right? So that on antenna. There we go. Antenna, great. And then, let's see here. Antenna. Okay. We have the one short screw. Right? They all look the same, but this one is shorter. Okay, so the shorter screw and the magnet. Okay, so magnet down to here. Try and push it in the hole and okay, give me a really tiny screwdriver. Okay. That should be this in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now just so, come on. Well, it's being difficult. Oh, come on. No. Just doesn't want to go. There we go. So now it's there. It's there, but see if we had a magnet tipped. Okay, this I can't remember which one of these things is magnet tipped. Is it this one? Let's see. It's could be that one. Yeah. So let's try this one very carefully. Drop this down in here. Yep, we dropped it right down in. That's how it works. Okay. Give me the recovery tool. Okay. Let's see. Was it this one? Is this one magnetized? Sometimes these things work, sometimes they don't. Will that hold it? Yes, it will. Okay. Will this hold it down in there? There we go. Yay, finally got it. Okay, great. So, snug. Great. So now, alright, so now can we just, we can't do that. Phillips. Oh, gosh. I need a screwdriver in hand. Okay, so. Oh, what fun. Just come on, dude. Alright, great. So now that's back in there. Okay. Alright, snug. Alright, so then there's 3 screws, right? So here's one now. Alright, so that's 1. And this is 2. Okay, so 2. Okay. And then 3. Where's the 3rd screw? Here's, well, so, one extra screw here. I already put 1 screw there. 1 screw goes up here. Right here. Yeah, okay, that's right. So this 1 screw goes here. Okay, so yeah. Goes there, and then this last screw goes on the circuit board. Right, so let's hold it in place. Barely. So now we're back together. Alright, so now we just need to plug it all back up. Alright, so let's plug the radio back on. Okay, so plug that back on. Okay, alright, great. So then, so we didn't, okay, so we just need to, we didn't do any of that. We did plug in the thing on the back. We need to plug in the, this here, the tuning light. To there. Okay, so there's a tuning light. Alright, so now we need to get the front speaker cover thing. Okay, so we're not cleaning the speakers, so we can put this back on, right? So this goes, this is not mission critical, but it's nice to have it on there because it came off of there, right? Okay, great. So there it is. And then it was what? Okay, so, okay, the big, so, there's the brown one went up here, that's right, the brown one went up here, right. So now just, yeah. Goes there. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something, but this is the one that, this is the only one that's really difficult to get back on its place. Because it's underneath the tuner and all that. it go? I think it went. Yep, did. Okay, great. So then, and this went down over here. Okay, so. Great, so, and then we're, I need to look at the pictures. Yeah, it was the red flag when we went here. That's right. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so now we should be able to just plug it up, right? So give me a power cord. Okay, so power cord. There it goes. Turn the knob so we don't sell anything. Okay, so now. Oh gosh darn it. Here. There we go. Great. Now we can get it back. Oh, the truck. There we go. Yay. Okay, so now. So now we have.
That only ESPN can give you. ESPN Daily, hosted by me, Pablo Torre. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh.
Hi, this is Mina Kimes, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny. Every week we discuss the latest news and trends in and around the NFL.
There. I knew we forgot something. Can't remember where this went to.
Originals from stars like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Clarissa Shields, and more. Sign up at ESPN. I told you how to get paid. So if they had a window with Aaron Rodgers that was much wider that they could guarantee than this year.
Mm-hmm. Hear that? No issues with the sound. So, without putting it all back together and putting all the knobs on and everything, now there's no sound, no humming sound like I showed you, because I cleaned this corner right here, and so this will work. There it goes. Let's try the, that's the fast forward. See if we can fast forward the next song. So how long has this been on the camera? Don't know how long. That's full blast. You know what I'm talking? It works really well now. And all the power. See if the music sort of works. Oops. It'll work. It's getting near the end of the tape. It's only a 20-minute tape per side, or 10-minute tape per side, actually. Yep, there it went to the end. Will it auto stop? Nope. Okay. Well, it's old. That's on the other side of this tape. So, see if the music search works. Yep. So, aside from the door having a bad hinge, the hinge is broke here. Have you had fun? I've had fun. Well, that's a love it. I'm not gonna sit here and play this all day, but I will get out my flat tip screwdriver. Here's my flat tip screwdriver, and I'm gonna get out my denatured alcohol fuel. Okay, it's where I keep my extra magnet things. Dust up right there. Okay, see that? Okay. Check that out, because this goes up underneath here, opens that up. Okay. Then we're gonna get our, where'd they go? Okay, well I didn't get all that stuff out. Let's see here. Oh, there they are. Can I reach them? Okay. Yeah, the industrial strength cotton swabs. So I get out a few cotton swabs, right? And we'll move the door out of the way. We'll hit play. Okay, selection play mode. And get this here and get this good and wet. Come up here and clean the head. Okay. Head's actually pretty clean. Let's tip the recording head, which on this one is just a magnet. It's not even, yeah, it's just a magnet. So all the money is in the head. There's no AC bias for the recording head, and we'll just see if we get any oxide off of the that there, the pinch roller. People say don't do it or do it. Well, it's actually pretty clean too, because that was wet, and so let's see, what is this? That's just a, what is that white thing there? A piece of paint or something? Okay, well, anyway, I've had fun. It doesn't need a tape counter because it's still working and all that, and you know, the belt's fine. And it's playing at the proper sound, and that's all I know. So hopefully, I'll just, like I said, I'll put the rest of this together later. I'm just going to take a break, do something else for a brief moment or two. Okay, there it is. It's, I still got to put the tuner window back in its place and all that, but I just want to get this thing out of my lap. Here, let me sit down like this. Alright, there we go. Alright, so good day, bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed, had some fun. This is what I do with all these radios. I go through them. Oh my god, it feels good to stand up. So how much time did I get on the camera? I spent an hour on this thing? I can't tell. Wow, hour and 2 minutes. Well, this will be a two-part movie video on that on the YouTube, but okay, so it's been done. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Good day. Bye-bye. It'll be part 1, part 2. Bye-bye. All right, so now just, yep. Okay, so now just hit wave on this. Okay, Robert Smith, Rita, or Beta, okay, and Fung Buoy, and wave, and wave. Okay, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Good day, bye-bye. Gotta go do something else.